stand by it all the time, but I should want to.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good morning. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. There we go. That's better. Good morning and welcome. Pleasure to have so many with us on a wonderful, wonderful day. Not only is it Shabbat, not only is it a beautiful day, the sun was shining this morning, unlike what it usually does here in Southern California. Doesn't count, he's on the payroll. This morning we have a chance to celebrate the beauty of Shabbat, to celebrate the beauty of creation. We also have the opportunity to share with a number of our adults who have been working very hard over the past several months in order to achieve and be able to do what is defined as the most terrifying thing anyone has ever done. Stand in front of a group of people and speak. That is listed as the number one biggest fear by most adults. And our adults are going to do that. And not only that, they're going to do that in a foreign language, in Hebrew. For those of you in our prayer books, you will see there is Hebrew listed, and next to the Hebrew is a transliteration of that Hebrew, so that you can follow along. But don't think anyone can do that, because the books the adults have up here don't have the transliteration. So it's all just the Hebrew. And then, of course, there'll be reading from our Torah. More on that later. There is a piece of paper you want to make sure you have as you enter. I had all that stuff here. There's a brochure. Yes, excellent. That's it. Everybody see those? Good. Yeah. And that we'll be referring to later on during the course of our Torah reading. They'll be reading in the Hebrew, and this way you will be able to follow along in the English. Let's take this opportunity and take a look at our cell phones and other devices of communication. Now's a great time to make sure they are switched to the off and the silent position. It is also a wonderful opportunity for us to want to capture these moments of our adults leading us in our worship service. I would ask that we refrain from taking photographs during the worship service. There are photographs that have been taken and a video that is available later on for purchase, I'm sure. And you'll speak to your family representatives up here, and they'll tell you what the price is if there is going to be one. know that we have traveled from various places. I know that we have wrestled with traffic, we've wrestled with parking. Those of you, I think, who parked over at the church willingly, and those who had to park forcibly, well, sorry, but a number of us all parked over there. We got our little morning exercise. I invite us to take this opportunity to take a deep breath as we prepare for our Shabbat worship. Our tradition teaches us that we are more than just beasts of burden. At one time, it was seen as offensive to the kings and to the pharaohs for a human being to take a day off from work. To have one day off a week was seen as a sign of weakness, a sign of lack of respect to the reigning king, who was also seen as a deity. As peasants, we worked from sunup to sundown 7 days a week. It was only the king or the pharaoh who had the luxury of taking time off. Judaism comes along and teaches us that human beings, every human being, is created in the divine image, and thus shares in God's presence in this world. And as such, we have a day set aside for us as human beings to become a little more divine, perhaps, or at least to reflect on those deeds of holiness, aspects of divinity within us. So many things that are part of us that are often squelched during the work week. So we welcome this opportunity to focus on our spiritual selves. We welcome this opportunity to reflect on our greater nature and on who and what we would like to be. And with that, we welcome the Shabbat. I believe we have an opening song, a cantor, for us to get us started in our...
In our prayer books, you can turn to page 344. You'll find your prayer books under your chairs or in the chair in front of you. The opening song will be Shir Chadash. Should be a familiar melody for many of us. And if not, you have the words right there in front of you.
One of the special moments in the lives of our young children when they become a bar or a bat mitzvah is to be presented with a talit, the tallis, which contains on it the four fringes on the four corners. At one time, the garments we wore were four-cornered garments. And in the book of Numbers, we read that on each of those corners we are to put special fringes. These are fringes that we would see every day to remind us that we are human beings created in God's image and called upon to act justly and honestly with ourselves and with our neighbors. So too in the life of our adults, family members have been asked to present to them a talit. Sometimes this is a new talit, sometimes this is a family heirloom belonging to perhaps a deceased member of the family. Thus, generations in the past are linked as well with us here today. I invite our adult Bnai Mitzvah class to meet their family members here at the foot of the bima. Family members, I invite you to come forward with the talit that you have for them. Class, stay there for just a moment. Family members, thank you very much. I just want to note that in this particular class, we have leaders, both past and present, of our congregation. Past president, current president of our congregation, president of brotherhood, president of sisterhood, committee members, past president of our congregation. Did I miss anyone? Committee members. So this has been a really exciting opportunity for our leaders to engage in this very process as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our adult Bnai Mitzvah class of 5,772, and it is to them that I now turn the leading and the conduct of our worship service. Thank you very much. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Service continues on page 66.
My bad. I also forgot to note that during the course of the service, various sermons and drashot, thoughts and reflections, will be shared. You'll recognize these words as they will not be found on the pages of